This is Brother Ellzey again, coming to you with another message. And today's topic is, do God send you to hell? I'm going to say that again. Today's message is a very important message because we talk about the question, do God send you to hell? You have a lot of opinions. You have a lot of people with different emotions, or they feel a certain way about this. And young people, the truth be told, most people reject the biblical God. This is the God of our Bible, based on their answer to this question. They say, how can God be so loving if he sends someone to hell? How can God be all that he say he is if he allows people to, or send people to the pits of hell? Well, it makes sense for us, if we're going to answer this question, that we go to our Bibles. And when we look at the Gospel of John, chapter 3, and we all are familiar with John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that's Jesus, for whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And most of us can quote this. Most of us have bumper stickers, t-shirts. Most of us, if we grew up in church, whether we went to vacation Bible school or Sunday school, or we participate in life groups, we are familiar with this verse. But what about the 17th verse and the 18th verse? Let me read it to you. For God sent not his Son unto the world to condemn the world. So here we see the same God who so loved the world, who gave his only begotten Son. Now we see in verse 17, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. So God the Father sent God the Son, not to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. So what John is letting us know in verse 17 is that God the Father sent God the Son as a means, as a way of salvation for people. Then let's look at verse 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned. So the person who believes, or as the King James used, believeth. This word here is a person who has full confidence, a person who trusts in him. And the in him is Jesus Christ. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. So the person who believes is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. Y'all heard that word already? So in other words, God does not send anyone to hell. That person sends themselves to hell. Well, why did you say that? Well, when you look at this verse, in verse 18, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. So in other words, when we present the gospel to someone, whether they receive it or not, if they don't receive it, they continue in this condemnation. They continue in this guilt. We're born guilty. And you might ask the question, well, how are we born guilty? Well, it's because of what Adam did in the Garden of Eden. When he was told not to, we know the story with Adam and Eve, both of them ate of the fruit of the tree. Eve was deceived, but Adam made a willful choice to disobey God. And because of that one sin, every person who was born after Adam's sin, and that's everybody, is born guilty. So we're guilty because of what Adam has done. And then secondly, we also are guilty because of our own sins. Because we're guilty of what Adam has done, we are born sinners. So now we sin. You don't have to teach a child how to sin. You teach a child how not to sin. It's part of our nature. We have a sinful nature. So Verse 18 says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. And then it has a comma, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. God has a unique Son. That's what begotten means. And he is the Son of God. He is fully God. He is fully man. And this is the only means and way of salvation. So if a person rejects it, it's a picture of this. We all are walking down this road, and the road that we are walking down because we are guilty, because we are in sin, is the wrong way. Now, God comes and he sent his Son, and his Son comes to us and let us know that he is the way, the truth, and the life. And if we reject that message, we continue to walk down the same road, which we're going the wrong way. If we accept the message, if we accept his Son turns us around and places us on the correct road. So to answer your question, does God send us to hell? The answer is no, we send ourselves.